Yo, 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 hello everybody. Irgundir, Kar. What's up, you guys? Welcome, welcome. Oh man, I've been sick for the past week. Caught some cold. Let me eat some orange. Gotta get that immune system going on. Heraldo, what's up, man? Welcome, welcome. Devil May Cry, welcome, you guys. Welcome. Just woke up. I just woke up, and I just wanted to say hi, man. I think I just caught a cold. Been having a little bit sore throat for a couple of days. It's getting cold here. That's why. Usually, when it starts to get cold, every year I usually get a cold. That is usually the case. Get well soon, mate. Car, thank you, man. And I haven't done the Ceroli Crisis, so let us do that as well. I'm sure you guys have already done that, but let's wait some people. Meanwhile, excuse me, guys, if I am like I'm gonna make a new sheet. Where's that? Yes. Rename. So, also, like, oh crap, whatever. Also, like, lately there has been, like, a lot of talk about surrounding the piloting. And I've been thinking, what can be done to, like, address the issue. And I have an idea, man, but I just wanted to discuss with you guys. Just get your inputs. I do have an idea. Make honey and lemon tea and have it 4 times a day. Thank you, man. Yeah, honey is like superfood of nature, right? And then lemon also gonna help. That's really nice, actually. Yo, but I was wondering how many armaments with March should you go for Qinshi? How many wait, what? How many armaments with March speed? Should you go for Qinshi 0, 1, 2? Qinshi himself is fast enough. Right now, currently, right? There is no need for you to put March speed on armaments. Maybe in future, like when Qin like the archer marches maybe become faster and faster in future. If that is the case, maybe you might need some movements. Right now, you don't need it. It's kind of like optional, how to say. But, it's always good thing to have March speed on the field. And having March speed, that means basically you are going to sacrifice some of the stats, but Qin is powerful enough for you to sacrifice some stats. Mix 2 tables of honey with juice of half of lemon and hot water. Thank you, man. Oh, Grey Worm, or shall I say Handsome Worm, is here. Did you guys see Grey Worm in the meetup during Pluto stream? Oops, accidentally minimized my game. That dude is handsome, man. What the hell? We have some handsome guys playing Rise of Kingdoms. Cortex as well. this should very soon start giving me some barb chaining quests only. I found out that in the last level, right? In the last level, when you are about to reach 10, when you passed the half point, like 50%, this in this case 2000, when you pass that, you always start getting like kill barbarians. So let's test that theory. Increase your power, I'll take that. Let's try to get the rune. Let's quickly do just tiny touch of bastions before I kind of want to do the Ceroli Crisis. I don't want to miss it. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Yo, also my crystal tech has been going great though. Billick Priestley versus the Worm. So yeah, like what do you guys think about the piloting? What do you think? I have a I kind of have a solution, man. So like Chiscool, you know, was talking about the piloting thingy during his live streams and stuff, and Shappy Gaming also made a video about piloting, right? And Pluto was also talking about piloting in his stream. And I have actually, you know, wrote my idea in the creators chat, right? Content creators in like Rise of Kingdoms. And people think that it's, you know, majority of them thinks it's a very interesting and nice idea. So I will explain to you guys what was my idea. It is just awesome, man. It is just awesome. So, like, just heads up, the idea is that we're not really gonna stop. We are not really gonna stop pilots, okay? We're just gonna... Piloting is, like, we're not gonna force it to stop. We're, I mean, of course it's against terms of service, and of course, you know, account security and stuff like that, right? But we cannot really stop people sharing the accounts. So what is the other workaround? Let me do this real quick, you guys. Real quick. After this, I'm definitely gonna be getting some Hicktown Barbarian quests. I think small kingdoms with just a few wells need those wells to be online. More wells you have, the less you should be using pallets. Pallets ruining the game, in my humble opinion. Kazak, yo, what is up, man? Welcome, my friend, welcome. I'd like to see them ban pallets altogether. I don't see it happening, but would be ideal. How about we just go into the discussion right now? Actually, I got the rune. Training rune, let me get the kingdom buff. Duke. Boys, we are about to hit 100 mil. Actually, I think I'm gonna hit 100 mil right now, man. I'm gonna get that achievement. Leviathan. We're about to hit it. Need to train a little bit of 1000 points. Is this overkill? Might be. I need to train a little bit archer. I've been training a lot more archers. There you go. Start this. Start this. I need to kill off some of my siege as well. So much siege. Okay, after this is gonna give me barb quests, right? No? No? Animal bones. Destroy barbarian forts? What in the world is happening? Let me get that. Yo, how many should I need to train 4,000 tier 5? Yo, let's hit 100 mil, you guys. Daily stream, that's rare these days. Yo, Yasin. Welcome, man. Welcome. I've been sick, man. I'm still having a little bit cold, but I know. I just wanted to say hello to you guys, man. Yeah, it's been a long time since I streamed. I've been just resting. Just pop-ups, or did you get Mountain Warfare? Just pop-ups, you guys. So this cake I'm testing. I want to see what happens if you just go with pop-ups in Big Kingdom. I mean Big KK. Just pop-ups. And I feel like the Crystal Tech is looking real good. I am about to max this leadership too. And then I will continue this. And special concoction is gonna reach 9%. I mean level 9. And then it is gonna ask me to invest into some of the other troops, I think, if I remember correctly. So before Pass 7, before Kingsland, if I can max out my special concoction, thanks to the pop-ups, that would be great. I'll be back, you guys. Gotta blow my nose. 1 minute. All right, I'm back. I am back. The Kraken, not Leviathan, really? All right, we will see. Pod is cheating, plain simple, because you are not playing your account. Yes. I think it lasts one quarter that gives you all the bar quests. The last quarter. In my experience, it was like the last half, but maybe you could be right. Let's see. Let's launch some forts. Guys, I haven't done the Ceroli Crisis, so let us do the Ceroli Crisis first, you guys. It's only a couple of hours remaining until the reset. Let me do this. I will. Where's my idea? Okay, so 11:52. I have a genius idea, guys. Genius idea. Leviathan is 200 million power. Okay. Well, that might be true. 100 million, you guys. 100 million for the first time. About to pass 100 million. I could train a little bit right now. Or I could wait to get a training quest somewhere. gotta loot this as well. Well, then let me invite again. I wonder if people have already played. You need a good team for Kira. What is the legendary skills? This Dakar is the most annoying boss, in my opinion. Man, orange is so good. Hey, there we go. I am gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna go with heal. Oh no. I gotta use my Ragnar. I don't have my gear on my Baichi. What is this? When killed, enemy troops create toxic blah blah blah. Okay. I know this. When a rifle troop heals, the target the heal indicated. Okay. So gotta watch out with the healing. Yeah, this is not a good time to heal. Yo, my god, we are wrecking this boss, man. What the hell? Please, I need to be strong enough to take this down. Fast. Perfect time to heal. Oh shit! What a troll, man! Oh my god, that necrosis debuff applied quite quick. Wait, did they nerf the car? What the hell? This was easy. Oh man, I did not do any damage. Alright, let's go Kira. I can buy some stuff from here. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. There we go. This is what we're gonna do. Hey yo, look at this. Alright, so Kira it is. The annoying boss, you say. Man, do I need to like focus this mobs? Like I can just do this. I forgot to use the blood drinker as well. Don't kill the mob yet, you guys. We gotta let this pass. There you go. I'm gonna be healing after we drop this debuff. Good, good, good. Car. And if the police. Super awesome. Yo, 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 you guys doing good? Alright, after this heart necrosis, we're gonna heal. It is one mob. That's not gonna reach the boss, right? Nope, it did not. Good. Perfect time to heal. Nice, you guys. Good job. Easy. Car is just doing insane amount of damage. What the hell? Let's go next. Yo, Solar. Welcome, welcome. I do Ceroli with one tower, sit right in the middle. Yeah, tower is interesting on Ceroli. Pilot solution. Yes, we're gonna discuss that real soon, you guys. Real soon. I have a genius idea. A genius idea. But I wanted to take your guys' input, man. So for me, like in my mind, the idea is working okay, right? But I might be missing some stuff, which is why I need you guys' opinion. Blood drinker. Yo, this guy does. Am I out of range of the AoE? Oh, I can be out of range of the AoE. Wow. Pro level. You guys are like being so smart about this. I cannot heal yet. I'll heal next. All right. Oh no, this is I cannot be out of range of this one. Man, this week's the pair of skills of this legendary difficulty is kind of like annoying. Both of them. You gotta know what you are doing, right? You gotta kite the mobs. And then also you should not heal when it's inappropriate time. Now it's appropriate time. Healing you guys. I got you, I got you. I also took ages to complete with random group. Yeah, I imagine that with the random group it might be a little bit problematic. Now the small minions are gonna start spawning. We gotta be really careful, you guys. If a random mob spawns in, we gotta... Oh! It's on me. Hell yeah. If the police, it's good, it's good. Yeah, okay. Yes. There we go. Two more. What? Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna do this in the last. Okay, so this does spawn a mob going in between. So we gotta be careful as well. We gotta take down the mob when the mob is in between. But that's gonna be hard because of the AoE damage that we do. I'm gonna pull this guy a little bit farther away. Yes, 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 good, Roberto. We gotta be really careful with the mobs. Oh. Alright. Take down the mob. I'm a tank here. Good. Good. This is super. I got this, I got this. Roberto, go for that. Alright. Good, good, good. We got this, we got this. Nice. I kind of want to heal, but I don't want to, like, if I heal, it might turn into the necrosis or something like that. There might be one last mob spawning. It spawned to the right. Ah, we got this, we got this. Man, this boss was annoying as well, but we did it. Easy. Now the last boss. Wafura doesn't spawn any mobs. Let's buy this, buy this, buy that. Let's go. He ain't playing random though. Yes, we are playing with our kitchen chat members. If you guys want to join the kitchen chat, just add me. I'll add you. Any experienced DC players? How many resources should I get? So you are looking to do at least 30 million sales, right? At least. And that is approximately like that's approximately 600 million KP. So I feel like if you have 2 billion each, you should be fine playing all tier 5. 2 billion each. I activated the blood drinker in the wrong time. And look at all these skillful players. I want Autark 100%. In DC, like if you have 3 billion each, you're just good, man. You're good. Wait, let's see. Wait. No, 2 billion each is might be a little bit low actually. 3 billion each. And if you wanna go for Autark and like go crazy, maybe 4 or 5 billion each, and that should be enough. Taking the risk, heal him now. Ooh, that hurt a lot. Actually, we gotta avoid these. These damage a lot, hurt a lot. GG's. Car carried us all the way to the last boss. Alright, let's see what else. Okay, I bought this. I don't really need the stone. I bought the materials. I still have crap ton of coins. Okay, we're good. Let's open these. Open all these as well. And I let me show you my idea. Piloting issue. I think it's quite a nice solution. Really nice. All right, I'm not gonna tease you guys anymore. Let me open up my workspace. There you go. This should be fine, right? Let me do this for you guys. Boom. All right. Solution. Okay, this is what we're going to be discussing, okay? Oh man. Pui1, thanks for the subscription and welcome, you guys. Welcome. Sol, hola, hola. When is the next egg, Big Chef? The next egg event should be... should be this week. September. Yep. So tomorrow and day after tomorrow, we're gonna be getting either egg or Hunts for History. We are gonna be... in my case, I am gonna be getting the egg event, so I am also gonna be maxing out the egg event as well. So we are gonna be doing another stream. I'll be back, you guys. BRB. All right, I'm back. Let me do this. Okay, I want to ask you guys a question. All right. What is the issue with piloting? So what you guys think? What you guys think is the issue with the piloting? What do you guys think? I thought about it, everything, okay? But I just want to hear you guys first. How much percentage of an upgrade would it be to craft pendant for my Qin to not having it? It is going to straight up increase your damage output by 5%. The percentage increase upgrade is gonna be a little bit lower for Qin YSG because of the diminishing return of stacking bonuses. YSG already have 50% skill damage bonus, so that's gonna negate the effect of 5%, but if you are pairing with Zhuge it's gonna be much more effective. In any case, pendant, you're gonna straight up doing 5% more flat damage. No downtime for the account. Makes the pilot's critical issue factor in KK rather than skill or strategy. Yes. Downtime should be normalized. Okay, you guys see the problem. You guys really see the root of the problem. Okay, the root of the problem is accounts running 24/7. The root of the problem is account running for 24/7. Okay. It's like if the account is running 24/7, it's causing unfair, not unfair, but unfair gameplay. You guys are seeing this correctly. So, from what I see is that the piloting is, making the accounts run 24/7, and that is quite unfair to unfair gameplay or unfair competitiveness, right? If you don't run, if you do not run pilots, of course you gotta sleep. Of course you gotta do some stuff, right? You're human beings, so there is gonna be a downtime for accounts that is not running pilots, but piloted accounts can run 24/7. Okay, what causes this? What do you guys think? Why there's piloting in this game? Uninstall okay, problem solved. Nah, man, I love this game too much to uninstall this right now. If you don't have the time to play, you would get then you would better off uninstalling the game. Piloted accounts would need to be factored 2x, 3x matchmaking to create fair maps. So, piloted acts needs to be considered for the MM. So this point right here, I don't think this is I don't think this point is a good point. Hold on a second. This is not good point, okay? Not good point. I'll explain a little bit later as we go. But let's see. No like funfair gameplay. I like how these so-called account owners actually believe they earn the KP by themselves. My name is blah blah blah. I've got 100 billion KP. I remember when the first player hit 100 billion KP and everyone was like, man, means nothing except lots of pilots. It was us GT who invented piloting to assert our dominance. We got that wrong. Okay, so what causes piloting? Okay, this is the nature of competitiveness. Why this is looking? Why this word is this? Did I write this correct? Competitive. No. Means we have no choice. Like means it's natural. Natural competitiveness, KVK, rewards, etc. It's in the nature. It's in the nature of like a PvP games overall. Lock and pilot means Lilith lose revenue, it will never be solved. I have an idea, man. I have an idea. What's the point of playing a game if you aren't playing? So, what causes piloting is quite simple, okay? It's just the nature of competitiveness. KUK is a very competitive thing that you can do, right? And the more you perform, the chance of you is gonna win, and then your account is gonna become even more greater. So it's just in the nature of the PvP game itself. And like Rise of Kingdoms is a game because the events continue for a couple of days, right? Unlike the other like PvP games, right? Like other PvP games, Rise of Kingdoms, like here, time equals more time equals more competitiveness. All right, it makes sense. The more you play, right, the more you fight, it means more competitiveness. In Rise of Kingdoms, time is everything, right? The reason why people spend in Rise of Kingdoms is to save time. Like if you're an F2P player and then you just play, your account at some point is gonna reach quite a high level. Of course, because of the new commander releases and new formation releases, you are never gonna be able to be like running 7 marches all up to date, like all newest commanders, all everything. For F2P players, it's gonna be really, really hard. But in any case, the reason why we spend in Rise of Kingdoms is just to save time. It is to accelerate our account progress. Same with the competitive nature. The more time we spend fighting, the more we do, we are going to be more competitive. So it's in the nature of the PvP games. So what I mean by that is inevitable. Piloting is inevitable. Piloting is inevitable, okay? So because it's in the nature of the game, it's inevitable for Rise of Kingdoms. Piloting is inevitable. Unless we like completely change the game, like the rewarding system, right? Unless like there's gonna be a completely different stuff going on here, piloting is always gonna be inevitable. Okay, so also what I mean by that, because because of the nature of the game, piloting has become inevitable. So no matter what you do, there is someone is gonna be having their account piloted, no matter what. Okay, no matter what, because they want to do better, they want to have more competitiveness, they want to win, because they are very competitive players. So we cannot like, this is because piloting is inevitable. Let me do this. Because it is inevitable, we cannot stop pilots. So because it's in the nature of the game, and because piloting is inevitable, we cannot stop pilots. It's just a fact. We cannot stop pilots. No matter what we are doing, piloting is always gonna be there. Okay, this is how I see this piloting issue. Okay. So, but we still need solution for fair gameplay. Do you guys agree? Even if the nature of the game is competitiveness, and even if the nature of the game is like encouraging pilots, this is inevitable. We cannot really stop pilots. This is like, I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible. Okay, no matter what you do, like people are gonna be using pilots. Let me hold on a second before we do this. Reason people use pilots. Okay, let's do the reasons. First, to be more competitive. Of course, we just mentioned this fact, right? Secondly, to be more competitive, right? Especially in KVK's activity wins most of the time. Especially in KVK, activity wins most of the time. Now, Lilith has been improving the KVK matchmaking, right? So the KVKs are becoming more balanced and balanced. All right, KVKs are becoming more balanced. KVKs becoming more balanced. Of course, it's not perfect, but the idea is that the power level, in KVK matchmaking, power level is same, right? KVK power level is going similar. So the only hence the winning factor becomes activity. So this is also in the nature of the game. We as players want the KVK to be balanced. We don't want a KVK that's like very bad matchmaking. We are looking for more balanced KVKs. And because we are looking for more balanced KVKs, let's say in the future, KVK matchmaking becomes like 99% perfect, right? Everybody is getting like a really balanced matchmaking. That means The only winning factor now is because everybody is on the similar power level. It just becomes activity. Again, this is, Paladin is inevitable. This is reinforcing the idea is that, it's the nature of the competitiveness, Paladin. So the more balanced KK we want, like the Paladin is also becoming inevitable. All right. To reach contribution goals. So here's the thing. Okay. So to reach contribution goals, this is wrong. So this I've heard people are saying like, okay, people use pilots to reach the contribution goals. But I think that this is somewhat most of the case wrong. Unless you are completely busy, you're not going to be able to play your own account at all. The reaching contribution goal is actually wrong. This is not the problem that we are facing. The problem that we are facing is some accounts are running 24/7, and because they do that, they are very powerful, right? It's becoming unfair. Reaching contribution goal is easy. Reaching contribution goal is easy if you just play yourself. Reaching contribution point goal is kind of like easy, okay? It's not a problem at all. It's not like the. Hold on a second. I think this is. This is not. I'm not like saying like strongly saying that this is like completely wrong, right? This might be wrong wording that I'm putting in, but you get the idea, right? The main issue is that the main reason people using pilots is not reaching contribution goals. This is not the majority of the issue. It's just the nature of competitiveness. Again, the more your accounts are running 24/7, the more advantage you are going to have over your opponents, and it's going to push you to winning. So reaching contribution goals, this is not the majority of the case, right? So I'm gonna just delete this. In GT, 2 to 3 billion KP per KK was the target for non-piloted accounts like mine. Our requirements in 60 were significantly higher than other Imperiums. Yeah, I mean 2 to 3 billion KP is even I, can do 2 to 3 billion KP in a KK. Like just me playing my account, right? Not a problem. 2 to 3 billion is not an issue at all. Especially in very, very high Imperiums, there's going to be a lot of fighting. So there's going to be a lot of opportunity for you to get 2 to 3 billion KP. Last KK, even I did 1.5 billion KP, right? Running basically 4 March, and then I did not have like the super high here. Okay, so also the piloted accounts needs to be considered for the MM. I mean, I understand, okay, I understand this point, but again, this is kind of like not like a perfect solution, okay? This is not like a perfect solution. So now guys, I will write you guys the magic of solution. Okay. Hold on a second. Let's do this. Key points. Okay, so let's get the key points. Piloting is inevitable. Piloting is inevitable. Because of the nature of the game, competitiveness and everything, it's just we cannot avoid this. inevitable, cannot be stopped. As much as it sounds, it cannot be stopped. Okay. Now, secondly, 24/7 accounts running 24/7 creates unfair gameplay. All right, key points. Now let's go to the solution. So big question: why is why were pellets not as popular like 5 years ago when game had the biggest KKs it's ever had? Not in the terms of KP, but in terms of players and size of fights. Because 5 years ago, people were just learning the game. They were new to the game. They were just playing the game themselves. And as the game progresses, as the reward system progresses, as more and more stuff you can get from the rewards, as the kingdoms mature and leadership develop, the community is basically developing. As it develops, this piloting, more competitiveness, you have to be active all the time in order to win KKs and stuff like that. This is arising, right? And this was inevitable because of the nature of the gameplay. So 5 years ago, the tactics, the gameplay itself, players themselves were not at the same level as today. So if you let's say a kingdom 5 years ago, right? If you have a time machine, in today's kingdom, fight the kingdom 5 years ago. And today's kingdom is gonna win, both tactically, whatever the reason, they're gonna win, because right now the game knowledge is developed tremendously. We know what we should be doing, we know what we should be prioritizing, and we know what brings a win during KK. So that explains the lack of piloting 5 years ago. Let's get to the solution, okay? So there is two solutions. There's two solutions here. First is technical solution. The second is gameplay solution. So I just wanna, have my options here, okay? We do have technical solution or gameplay solution. What I mean by a technical solution, it's like a IP address lock or device ID lock. This is to ban pilots. Technical solution is like straight up banning pilots. And what you can do is IP address lock or device lock. Okay, there could be some other technical solution, but the problem with this technical solution, as everybody thinks, is not going to work. Unfortunately, this is not gonna work. Let me do this. Oh. Reasons not working. The reasons not working is like this is mobile game, you guys. We gotta remember that. RK is mobile game. People are traveling while playing. Ark is mobile game. People are traveling while playing, so the IP address lock is not gonna work. Okay, you could device lock, but in order to you need to give access to the device anyways. So you gotta give access or like a privilege to log into your account anyways. So pilots will just get their devices registered or something like that. Locking IP address isn't effective. Are dynamic? Yes. IP address is dynamic because so people are traveling. IP address is dynamic, and like even even VPN, right? Even VPN. Some people might be using VPN. VPN is also it's a good tool to protect you online, right? So because of these, IP address is not VPN. IP is not going to work. Yes. Device ID lock. You need to give access to the devices anyways. So this means that I'm gonna register my PC and then my phone to log into my account, and then when I wanna hire a pilot, I just register that. And I'm just gonna say, hey, that's my new phone. I bought the new phone, or I have a new PC at work or something like that, and I'll just register the pilot's device anyways. So device locking is actually like it's not even gonna a good solution to stop piloting. It might be a good solution to like prevent from hacking, right? Device locking might be good for a solution to prevent from hacking, but it is not a solution to like stop piloting. It's not at all, because I'm just gonna give the permission, right? I disagree with the second one not being efficient. Even every of the big player could only sign up one other pilot. This would be already reduce huge amount of piloting. You can detect VPNs, not a problem. I mean, yeah, the idea is that, you know, IP address, because you are traveling, because you might connect from a different internet or whatever, it's not gonna be fully effective, right? Here we are talking about players playing all over the world, like everywhere, right? So they do have a different internet service providers and everything. So IP is not a great solution. The device locking, again, like I said, is not a great solution as well. Device lock, again, could be a good solution to prevent hackers, but it's not a good solution for piloting. Again, I'll just give access to the pilots. If it's only 2 players per account, this would be already a huge step for 90% of the account. Okay, so what I mean by that is technical solution, right? Solution is very tricky and might not be effective way. Technical solution is very tricky and might not be effective way. This is what I wanted to say. Okay. Yeah, like IP address lock, device lock, or whatever. I'm not a technical guy, so I don't know all the solutions, but you know, it's just, you know, like just logically thinking about it. If there is any challenge that comes with this, I'll just give permission to the pilots, and that's it. And then pilots can play. Okay, so technical solution is not gonna work. So now, what I'm suggesting, this is my suggestion. I'm suggesting gameplay solution, right? I'll be right back. Let's see. I'm back. Check if someone travels the world beyond human capability. Technical solution is 100% possible. There could be some technical solutions, but it's not gonna be 100% effective. Limiting devices is the only viable option. Yeah, the thing is that, yeah, if I limit devices, again, I'll just give the permission to other guys, right? One device, locked remote desktop with 10 bytes. Yo, guys, because this is technical stuff, because this is technical solution, people will always find a workaround. Because this technical solution, people will always find a workaround. Always. And technical solutions tends to be not 100% accurate. Okay, it's not gonna like resolve the issue the most. Like, people are gonna find a way, okay? Like, let's say for whatever reason there's like a technical solution, but people are gonna find a way. I mean, even if the technical solution reduces the piloting by 50%, it would be great. So, okay, I mean, yeah, I mean, if we implement this, this might reduce piloting and everything, right? If pilots are gonna have piloted accounts are gonna have a bit of a hard time. So, guys, making it even slightly annoying is great. Okay, I see. I see you guys' point, right? We don't have to solve this issue 100%. I see. There's someone in 23 Sentences who already does this, not their desktop, just rent one in the cloud. Yeah, the thing is, again, like, there's always a workaround when it comes to technical solution. There's like always a workaround. They should just get rid of domains. The alliance meta would be reverted to 5 to 4. All right, guys, so here comes my idea. Okay, so I want to hear you guys' thought. So what I'm thinking is that instead of like we are going like hurting our brains for like technical solution, which might or might not work even because of its technical solution, it's always like there's always workaround, right? People always like hack programs, they always find a way, crack stuff, they always do that. So gameplay solution. This is what's in my idea. Okay. My gameplay solution is not going to stop piloting. So my gameplay solution is not gonna stop piloting. Of course, I'm not saying that this is still against EOS, right? I'm not saying that I should like we should, how to say, official make piloting official. I'm not saying that. This is still against terms of service. And again, like, piloting is also still a breach of your account security, right? Breach of account security. This is still a case. We have seen a couple of accounts, the pilots went rogue and destroyed the accounts. So this is breach of, this is still, piloting is still discouraged, but this gameplay solution is not gonna stop. Like, it's not gonna, well, hold on a second. It is going to let people use pilots. Yes. So I'm just letting people use pilots. So they do whatever, right? It's their choice. It's their account. If the guys wanna have his account played by someone else, just let it be. Okay, piloting, just it's their choice, right? They can use. Again, it's still against terms of service, and then there are a breach of account security as well. But let the people use. Now, how we can fulfill this fair gameplay? Fair gameplay comes with this solution, okay? Battle mode and battle exhaustion debuff. So this is what I'm suggesting, you guys. This is what I'm suggesting, or even battle action point. This is what I'm suggesting. Piloting isn't the problem, the need for pilot is the problem. It would be very hard doing it on the phone. PC you can block it very easy with anti-cheat programs. Maybe a time limit instead of a time window. Some people can only play at the middle of the night. But if healing troops got exponentially more expensive, every 10 million troops heal, as example. If it's becoming more and more expensive, biotic, that is actually gonna affect the FTP and small spender players a lot. So I don't think that's a good idea. Like, people can, like, the very ultra high spenders, that is not gonna affect them at all, right? And they are the one usually using the pilots. Only allow certain play times like China does, no playing in the middle of the night. Michael, indeed, that is exactly the idea that I was thinking of, okay? So this is what I came from. So in Chinese server, there is a sleep mode. You get tremendous amount of debuff from 12 a.m. to 8 a.m. I actually do not know the exact time, okay? I don't know exact time. Let me just do this during the night. I actually don't know exact time, but Ihara made a video about this. In Chinese server, there's actually like a sleep mode. And when it becomes midnight, there is tremendous amount of debuffs in terms of burning flags, like a building like flags and everything. There's just so much debuffs that you should just go to bed. You should just sleep. There's no point in playing during those debuffs. There's nothing gonna work. So in Chinese server, we have that, right, during the night. But the problem with this solution is not going to work for international server. Unfortunately, this solution is not going to work for international servers because people are playing from all over the world. Simple as it is, people are just playing from all over the world. Very simple. So we cannot really be like, okay, let's limit the, let's apply the same Chinese, debuff that is being used in Chinese server. But what time zone? Like, do we use, NA time zone, EU time zone, or Asian time zone? It just doesn't make sense. Yeah, we got people playing from all over the world. It is impossible because it's international player. Yes, that is exactly correctly, Car. So the problem with this solution is not gonna work for international. People are gonna be playing from all over the world. So it doesn't make sense to like put like a limit because of the time zones. Okay, so now here's the thing. So we here we cannot limit time zones due to international player base. Of course, we cannot limit. But what if, here's the idea, guys. Chinese servers also have multi-alliance kitties. What if we give individual so instead of like applying this type of solution, right? Instead of applying this type of solution, like a set time, what if we just give it individually? So this is, where is that? The gameplay solution, did I? Yeah, battle mode and battle exhaustion. So I will present you my idea. Battle mode. You can turn this on whenever. Okay. In fact, right? In fact, this could be this is the thing. This is turning on past glory buff. This could be even like turning on past glory buff. Example, okay. Let me do this. Buff duration is 16 hours. So my idea is that, okay, people can choose. People can choose this. So when I'm fighting in the KK, I'm just gonna turn on this battle mode on my account. All right, this should not be extra. Like this shouldn't affect anything. Maybe I'm just gonna go ahead and turn on this buff, and this could be like the past glory buff, or it can just means that I'm in a battle mode. Okay. Buff duration is 16 hours. Oh, hold on a second. Or just battle mode. It doesn't have to be buff, okay? It doesn't have to be some sort of buff. It doesn't have to be. Let me say. It doesn't have to be a buff. Right? It doesn't have to be buff, but the buff duration is 16 hours, okay? After 16 hours, you get debuff called battle exhaustion. So now, after fighting 16 hours, you get battle exhaustion for 8 hours. Total 24 hours. So when I'm fighting, I turn on my battle mode, and then I can fight for like 16 hours straight. I mean, this 16 hours can be adjusted, right? Maybe 12 hours or something like that, but 16 should be fine. And then you will be getting battle exhaustion debuff. Battle exhaustion debuff for 8 hours. All right. Now, what the battle exhaustion do? Battle exhaustion can be like maybe losing past glory buffs, or something that is just nerfing your performance. So battle exhaustion is just, you lose the past glory debuff or past glory buff or something along the way, right? You are just getting nerfed. You are no longer that much efficient. This means that this is battle exhaustion is gonna discourage players to just play. So whenever you have this battle exhaustion, you just go ahead and take a rest. A time zone limit will kill the game. International servers now, every kingdom is alliance number one, huge. Yes, the time zone is not working, right? Which is why we are suggesting this battle mode. And then, yeah, so you get the idea, right? The main idea is that there is something that maybe like battle mode, right? Something that we can as players can use this flexibly, depending on where we are playing from or all around the world. We turn on the battle mode and then we fight for 16 hours. And then after that, we get battle exhaustion, and this is gonna be a debuff that is gonna significantly decrease our performance. Like we lose a lot of damage or something like that. Which means there's no, when idea is that, I don't know the exact debuff, right? But the idea is when battle exhaustion is on, there is no reason to fight on the field or something like that. If your account has a battle exhaustion, there's just no reason to fight on the field or something like that. Debuff. I think if the game devs made it like after pass opening, if the account is active, can only be played for 8 hours, then will auto kick for like 4 hours more for each pass opening. Thus, when owner is like limiting, like when the pass opens, there's gonna be like a fighting time and ceasefire time. I don't think that is also gonna be a good solution as well, because again, some people, there's no way for some people to like be 100% online during the pass opening, right? We gotta think about in terms of everybody. Yes, in very high competitive kingdoms, imperial kingdoms, everybody is required to be online during the pass opening. But in like casual, like B, C, D seed, like maybe like 70% of the players are online at the exact time as the pass opening, right? 70 to 80%. And then the 20% of the players comes online after like 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 hours, right? Because it's just their time zone. So that means the players who are coming to the late to the party is gonna get suffer if we do a set time, which is why this battle mode is there. Everybody can turn on their battle mode at the same time during the pass or whatever. This can be managed, right? So what is this gameplay solution is suggesting? What do you guys think? Like 30% movement speed debuff. Yeah, I mean the debuff can be anything, right? Does less damage, or it's just gonna make it inefficient to fight on the field or something like that. Same argument you said about healing solution. The walls will just power through it even if it debuffed. Here's the thing. The difference of the healing solution is that, okay, big spenders loses 50% damage. Okay. On what the hell? Why did I just say might spenders? Big spenders. Okay, even if big spenders loses 50% of the damage and then they continue playing, all right, they don't care. But that means they are just so ineffective on the field that it's very hard to tank through this. It's very hard to tank. They would rather spend more resources and keep their performance rather than losing like efficiency, right? or maybe even like a or like 50% of the damage, or the commander can no longer be on the field or something like that. They cannot go on the field. They cannot really. So there's the debuff can be anything, right? The idea is that we are discouraging or something like that. Maybe the commander can no longer go on the field. Might be a wrong idea because you might want to chain farm or something like that, right? This might be a stupid idea, but still, you get the idea. Now the battle oops. Now the name itself, the battle exhaustion, right, makes sense in real battle. Soldiers don't fight 24/7. So ROK is a historic-based war game, right? History-based war game, and you know, soldiers just don't fight 24/7 for 10 straight days in real life. So this battle exhaustion kind of makes sense, don't you guys think? Like a war game, like yeah, like in maybe World War II or World War I or World War II, you know, people were using some, you know, narcotics for soldiers to have them perform like without a sleep for 2 or 3 days. Yeah, there was a historic solution to this, but never a human being can go without a sleep and fight for 10 days. So battle exhaustion or something like that, this kind of debuff, right, it makes sense for like a historic game focused game such as ROK. Make multi-alliance KDs good, increase Outark slots, and remove secondary password. No, man, that is not gonna solve the problem at all. Like, accounts are still... We gotta understand, you guys. The root of the problem is accounts are running 24/7. So unpiloted accounts, you cannot compete with the piloted accounts because they are running 24/7. So even if we change the rewards and everything, people are so long as the account is running 24/7, it creates an environment of unfair gameplay. So the idea is that, you know, instead of like stopping piloting, we are just, you know, diving into the root of the problem, which is accounts are running 24/7. This is the main problem. For me, it's like, okay, you can have someone else play on their account. I don't really care, right? It's not a problem. But what becomes a problem is your account now runs 24/7. That is a little bit problematic because I cannot compete with this account. There's just no way. What about in DC where you only have so many rally G leads? It means they have to split battle mode, otherwise they don't have a lead. So that is actually very good point, Zero. That is good point. This battle exhaustion and battle mode, right? This is gonna create a completely new atmosphere of fight tactics, KK tactics for kingdoms. So yes, but it's unfortunate. Players just have to work their way around of doing that. In the lower seats, like if you have one garrison leader and one rally leader, it's gonna be hard. Or the thing is that, like, we can do this, like the battle exhaustion. Battle exhaustion, it can be only on open field. It can be very simple. It can be just only on open field. Rally garrison doesn't apply. So you can still rally, you can still garrison, right? You can still lead them, but it's just gonna hard to fight on the open field. This could be like a simple solution to that, right? In case it's going to be very complicated decision on leaders to side group up people when turn on their battle buffs or not. Yes, it's gonna get things a little bit complicated, but and I don't think it's that much complicated, guys. Like, go into battle, you turn on your battle mode, and then you just fight. An issue with that, people might forget to do that or know how to turn on the buff. They will suffer. Many players do not read the mail or how auto attack works. Like the battle mode can be something similar, maybe like battle mode. That's a good point. Battle mode can be similar to War Frenzy. Battle mode can be similar to War Frenzy. When you attack someone, it will say, hey, you are attacking someone, you're about to get a War Frenzy, and you're about to turn on your battle mode. Do you wish to do that? Right? It can be same. It is gonna ask you, do you want to turn it on whenever you attack someone? Select 100% joking solution, but it would be funny as debuff you couldn't zoom out and you are forced to be zoomed in and a sleepy debuff. But even after that change, two equal kingdoms are fighting one pilot through the insane debuff. The other doesn't. Who's winning? Okay, so if you are saying that, so what about this? What about instead of losing damage, you just cannot get your troops out? Use stamina point, maybe. Yeah, it could be something similar. Like instead of the battle mode, there could be like a similar to action point, right? When we are farming barbs, we do have action point. We might have a stamina point as well. So this 16 hours, like we can be flexible with this. Zal, that's a good point as well. Stamina point, right? So instead of 16 hours and 8 hours, 16 hours up and 8 hours downtime. This can be something like similar to AP action point, right? Yeah, battle action point, something like this. So what you can do is like you fight for 12 hours. You can fight for 12 hours and then let your stamina point regen. The idea is that in 24 hours you will have enough stamina points to fight for 16 hours or something like that. There could be something, this type of idea. This is very much more flexible. What if each accounts are timed instead of having to turn on something? Yes, Rock E, that's a good idea. That comes with like there's something similar with War Frenzy, right? Like yes, people can forget to turn this battle mode. So like it can be similar to War Frenzy. Whenever you attack someone, it will ask, yo, you are about to turn on your battle mode. Something like that, right? So it automatically turns on whenever you engage in a combat. And then the timer starts. There's no solution for piloting other than restricting freedom to play. I don't think this is restricting freedom to play, man. Like, accounts running 24/7 is ridiculous. I can play my account. I can fight 16 hours a day, and then I can have my rest for like 8 hours a day, right? Like there's no restriction for this. In fact, I would be happy like if this something like this happened, because I know for sure that I can try hard for 16 hours and then I can get my rest for like 8 hours or something like that. But accounts running 24/7 is just not ideal for unpiloted accounts in terms of competitiveness, right? One solution is to limit server hours like they do in China, building restriction and massively burning massively increases. Yeah, to make the duration of fight shorter, aka more like strife. So the first solution is not gonna work on an international server. We all know that because of the time zone. The second is make the duration fight shorter, much like strife. That is, I don't know about that, man. Like, yeah, like that means we are changing the nature of the game itself. So I don't think it. I'm not sure if that is a good idea or not. And the old account argument still stands too. A16/7 needs less speed money than 24/7. Huge income loss for Lilith. You simply need to buy less bundles. Indeed. So it is gonna be income loss for Lilith, but I think this is a sacrifice that you need to make for overall health of the game. Overall health of the game, I think Lilith just should do some sacrifice. Yes, they are gonna lose on income, of course. Big accounts fighting 24/7. This means more buying bundles, right? If they don't start fighting 24/7, this means they're gonna buy less and less bundles and everything. But overall health of the game, this should be done, no matter what. Right now, piloting is becoming like, you can see the backlash from the community, right? People are like, yo, like this is so unfair, like blah blah blah. And in some kingdoms, piloting is becoming like a mandatory or something like that. So we can see that the unhealthy environment and unfair gameplay that, you know, it is creating, it's not about the piloting, okay? The piloting is not the root issue. The root issue is that account running 24/7. This root issue is just creating unfair environment and unhealthy gameplay, and not the piloting itself. If I want, I can share my account with my friend and let him play a bit, right? Whatever, right? Like, I don't think that is the case. And if I'm busy, right? If I'm busy and but I do not want to miss out the fight, I can let someone else pilot. I don't think like that's not a problem for me, okay? That's not a problem. But the problem is that account's running 24/7. This is just the main problem. It's not about sharing the account or piloting. Of course, again, sharing account is like multiple bad things, right? It's against terms of service, and also it's gonna breach your account security. We all know this. But you know, the root problem is accounts running 24/7. So we just need to find a solution to not let the accounts running 24/7, which is why idea of like something like battle mode or battle exhaustion of after fighting 16 hours or something like that. This is a gameplay solution, right? This might be the perfect solution. So what happens is that people can still use pilots, whatever. It's their choice, it's their reason, right? They can use pilots, but their account is just not gonna run fully 24/7. Not at all. It's gonna have limits. And that limit is gonna get people unpiloted accounts, fair chance to compete. Downside is Lilith is gonna lose money, but upside is this is gonna be good for this is gonna create a healthy environment of the game. Do you think there could be no Power Kingdom that fight against each other? The accounts sign up for those are device locked. I don't think that's possible, man. Like, even if we device lock, we just talked about this. I'm just gonna register my pilot's device, and should be no problem. And also, Irgundir mentioned that someone uses like a cloud PC or something like that. But does that mean you can only play on PC and you can't leave the house and play on the phone? No. Device locking is, in my opinion, is not a good idea, man. Device locking. It's not gonna. So it is going to somewhat discourage access of pilots, but people are always gonna find the workaround solution for technical solutions. And again, like I said, pilots are not the issue. Pilot, someone else who is playing the account is not the main issue. The main issue is account running 24/7. This is the main issue. Pilots is not the issue. Pilots is not the main issue. The pilot's not the main issue at all. It's just the account is running 24/7. We can't forget Lilith gets to decide their rules. I don't believe a net loss option is even debatable. That might be true, man, Biotic. The board members, like, it's after all, it's a business, right? They are looking for more money. It's a business. But do they wanna go for long-term longevity or like short-term profit? Probably might be short-term profit. Not sure. But what do you guys think about this battle mode? I think this is a decent idea. Reason why Lilith is addressing this now is because people, because it's hitting their revenue and a player getting fed up, and unfair gameplay continue and unfair gameplay and quit. So it logically makes sense for Lilith to create a healthy environment of the game for it to continue for many years to have them more profit, right? So long as you have a really good product, people enjoy, right? Then it's gonna, return you something. So instead of trying to get short-term profit, I think it's a good idea to focus on the quality of the product and overall health of the product, or in this case, the game. So I think if so, the time zone restriction is not gonna work in international servers, but if we have something like this in terms of gameplay solution, right? Again, the technical solution is not ideal. People are always gonna find a workaround around when it comes to technical stuff. There's always workaround. And again, this technical solution is trying to stop pilots from accessing the account, right? But just like I mentioned, pilots themselves are not the main issue. The main issue is the account is running 24/7. Not without a downtime, not at all. This is just creating unfair competitiveness. Like, this is unfair, right? This is just unfair. So let people use pilots. It's their choice. It's their account security. It's their whatever. People can have a different reasons, right? Very much, very different reasons in terms of pilots. So people just let the people use pilots. But we are addressing the main root cause of the problem, which is account running 24/7. And in order to do that, we are like maybe somewhat applying some battle exhaustion debuff or something like this to discourage people from playing. I just don't know exactly what would be the debuff. Lilith Brains maybe should figure this out. But I think this idea is quite good. And again, the battle exhaustion also makes sense because Rise of Kingdoms is a history-based war game, right? Soldiers doesn't fight 24/7 for 10 days in real life. They have to rest, they have to eat, they have to rest, they have to have like a proper downtime, right? So I think this is a nice idea. And let's hope Lilith is watching this video and they are taking note, and maybe they will enrich this idea and actually implement this in game. To be honest, I don't like the solution because I'm working in shifts, so I'm online on different times of the day. So here's the thing, like the battle mode is, it can be flexible, right? Again, like this, like maybe like a stamina point. So you just fight whenever you want and you don't. The thing is that what this battle mode is doing, guys, we need to understand this. This is just to prevent accounts running for 24 hours straight. This is to prevent accounts running for 24 hours straight for days. This is just preventing this. But the solution also, like, this is not preventing people from just playing. So the thing is that if the battle mode buff duration is 16 hours, right? If this is a very like inflexible option, we can do something like stamina point, or maybe we can turn on off the buff whenever we want. Or battle mode can be similar to War Frenzy, but War Frenzy is a couple of minutes. Battle mode is 1 hour or something like that. Battle mode can be 1 hour. And can be turned on 16 times a day. Right, you guys? Battle mode can be 1 hour and can be turned on 16 times a day, or maybe even like 15 times or something like that. Maybe even 12 times. So if we do this, regular players like you and me, right, without the pilots, I can fight quite flexibly, right? But I cannot just go like non-stop fighting for 24 hours because there is gonna be a limit for me to do, and that's fine by me because I do have my human limits. I can fight maybe 16 hours straight, but I gotta sleep after that, right? So for one person playing that account, this is not a problem. It is just preventing accounts running 24/7. This is just preventing accounts running 24/7. Okay, it's not like preventing any like a gameplay or flexible time. for unpiloted accounts. So if something like this happens, I think this is gonna be great, man. So this gameplay solution is like perfect for everybody. This solution is perfect for everyone. I think this solution is perfect for everyone. First, pilots can pilot. I know that there are some people making a living off of piloting. Okay. Like, yes, this is still against terms of service, but there's a fact. People are making a living off of piloting. So pilots can still pilot. You know, how to say, pilots can still pilot, and accounts can still use pilots. But fair environment. Due to acts not running 24/7. So unfair for unpiloted accounts. For unpiloted accounts, this is fair environment because, you know, even if there's pilots, that account is not going for 24 hours straight for 10 days. So there is a downtime for this. So it's fair for unpiloted accounts as well. So this is just a win-win situation for everybody. I think it's also win for Lilith as well, because it creates healthy gameplay environment. Because it's kind of like creates healthy gameplay environment, just because we are limiting accounts running 24/7. It's just simple as this. I mean, again, Lilith might lose some revenue, right? But in the long run, if you have like a healthy game, really nice for their players, right? Healthy environment for their players and everything, your game is gonna last for many more years. So in long run, like this might be a short-term revenue loss, but in long run, this is still gonna be a revenue gain, like because the game is running long. Not perfect for everyone. There's people who can play for way longer than 16 hours. Restricting freedom is not an answer. Nah, man. Like, what is the freedom here? So you want to play your account 24/7. Again, I don't think this is restricting freedom. You can still play your account, and the average human being can fight for 16 hours and go for a sleep. Again, just like Wilde says, just like Wilde says, yes, I mean, some people can go beyond this, right? But that is actually becoming unhealthy for you. Do you guys know that there are a couple of people passed away in China by playing... it's not exactly Rise of Kingdoms, but I've heard that there are people passed away playing Rise of Kingdoms without a sleep for they did not sleep for 72 hours, and they passed away. So if you don't sleep for 3 days, there's serious health issues. Many more hours of playing, there's always health issues. So so after all, your health is everything, right? And this freedom to play this 24 accounts straight, like ours, this just doesn't make sense. You still have your freedom. You can still fight for whenever you want, but you can just maybe fight 16 hours a day maximum, and then you have to go to sleep. I mean, yeah, I mean, you can fight for like 24 hours and you can push your body to do that, but it's a good thing for you to rest, right? But I don't want you to fight for 17 hours. I don't see how anyone different. Yeah, like I'm not really sure about these timers. Okay, I'm not really sure about like 16 hours uptime and 8 hours of downtime or something like that. I'm not too sure about these hours. The Lilith should do the analysis here, but this is just the general idea, right? You should have some sort of timing, and then your account goes into exhaustion mode for a couple of hours to people, so that people can rest, and then it's also gonna provide fair gameplay environment. Forced downtime for improved quality of life is 100% right move. Yeah, there has to be some sort of downtime, man. This like there's no reason for you to like try to compete and play for 24 hours, even if you are not having your account piloted, right? Even if you're not using pilots, but you are fighting for 24 hours, you are actually putting a real risk to your health. That is health. There are people died playing games. There are many causes that can happen. Like when you sit down many hours, there can be blood clot happen in your legs because there's not enough circulation right there. And then when you get up, suddenly all those blood vessels open up, and then that blood clot goes into your heart and blocks your heart valve and die. That actually happened to one person. That person was playing in internet cafe. I don't like. I think it happened in somewhere in Asia, maybe in China or something like that. He was playing. He was just playing in internet cafe for extended period of time without moving at all. Just sitting there, and then all of a sudden he started to have seizure and then died. And the later autopsy of the body revealed that there was a blood clot happened in the leg, and then when he stood up or did a little bit movement, that blood clot actually traveled through the veins but ended up blocking one of the heart valve. So yeah, like health is like this is not like too much restrictions, right? You can like just you I if I were to fight 16 hours, and then if I were forced to like have an 8 hours downtime, I would gladly take this. Oh my god, I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna try hard for 16 hours, and then I can just sleep without worry for 8 hours, and then I come back and then play for 16 hours again. No one plays for 3 hours straight. I'm saying 20 to 30 hours, but like I said, Lilith is not our parents. They should not care if we play a lot. Man, that's I know where you're coming from, man. I know where you're coming from. But after 16 hours, the game doesn't necessarily have to force you to log off. It's just this buff restricts for going longer into War Frenzy. You can still chant barbers and gems and whatnot. Yes, our Rocky, that's exactly it. We exactly don't know what would be the debuffs, but you can still play. Guys, like, come on, man. Like 20 to 30 hours, you want to play those, extended of hours, and then like a restriction of gameplay is not a solution. It's not. Come on, guys. Like, some people can game. I know. I'm a gamer myself, right? But in the end, you're gonna be happy that your health is number one. Health is actually the number one wealth you can have. Health is wealth. I know where you guys are coming from, you guys. I know some of you guys want to fight for like 24 hours without a stop. But when you get older, right? You're gonna be happy that you taking care of your body and give your body a proper amount of sleep. I would even say 6 to 8 hours of fighting per day would be amazing, but I understand this wouldn't work how the game designed. Yeah, 6 to 8 hours might be too short. I'm thinking of like 16 hours. The only idea is that we just need to prevent accounts running for 4 hours straight. So it has to be something like this. So the total time is like 16 hours plus 8, right? Or even, again, 18 hours plus 6, or 14 plus 10. The options can be similar, like, right? Options can be many options, but it's just you just gotta have some sort of downtime during 24 hours. You just gotta have some downtime. You can just track players' patterns to confirm there aren't multiple players playing. With some AI and stuff, that could be some solution. But again, we are focusing trying to stop pilots logging in. Right? This is like you can use pilots, but your account has to like has to have some sort of downtime. A mountain of Red Bull will go waste if we implement system like that. Let me finish this Red Bull at least. You guys are going crazy, man. Okay, so here, so we can actually even do this. Okay, accounts can run. So you guys are saying like this. So you want to play extended 20 to 30 hours, okay? So that's what you're saying. So if you can still play 24 hours, so let your account play 24 hours, but your downtime is now gonna be 10 hours. What about that? Or, I mean, even 24 plus 8. Is this gonna solve the issue? I mean, I don't think this is... We need to think of the majority of the players, right? Majority of the players are... They're not really playing for 24 hours. Majority of the players, unless it's piloted. The real issue is that to be competitive, your account needs to be online way too much for many. Another solution is a vastly different map that you fight over various altars instead of zone 5 and 6. Yeah, we mentioned that here. The real issue is nature of competitiveness, right? The more time, the better. What does your content creator Discord think about your idea? People were saying this wasn't interesting. Some people like this idea. Some people also, pointed out that some whales might quit because of this or something like that. How long a relay we're cooking tonight? Feels like 5 minutes. Nah, man. I'm just trying to not miss any chat. Realistically, who's playing more than 16 hours then? So if you do, just log on to farm. Are restricted to some farm filling, war, and the things you can do. Guys, I promise, like, even if you have like 16 hours plus 8 hours downtime, right? Even if you have this, you're gonna have some fun, man. You're gonna have some fun. Like, again, I understand you, like, you want to fight for 20 to 30 hours before you log off, right? Some people can do that, not a problem. But the 16 hours is gonna be a lot of fun as well. Biotic, you seems farmer, not gonna lie. Leonardo, Biotic is not the farmer, man. Is not a farmer. He got some account coaching from myself, and I was really impressed by the account performance and account planning and everything. He's doing great. But guys, let's not try to like fight each other. We should not fight each other, man. We're just trying to find a solution that is beneficial for us, for everybody, right? But there's no reason for us to fight each other, guys. Let's be how to say, smart about this. Okay? We're not fighting each other. This is just, trying to find a way. What I want, like, I don't use pilots, right? I don't use pilots, and I don't want to compete versus like, it's like, for me it's okay. I don't really care, but that means that if I'm fighting a piloted account, I'm gonna lose, and I know that. But it's just, for most of the players, it's a little bit unfair. So so the piloting is not really an issue itself, but it's just the accounts running 24/7. It's not like 20 hours or 30 hours straight, right? The account is going for 24/7 for whatever the fighting days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, right? I mean, maybe like 2 weeks, including Zone 5, Pass 7, and Kingsland. Total of 2 weeks time. 2 weeks time, 24/7 uptime, no stopping. That is creating whole heaps of problems, right? Now, nowadays, they're like, having pilots is becoming mandatory, and people are getting pushed to their limits to, like, it's been hard. All solutions are terrible. To be honest, there are no solutions. There's no good solution. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't try, man. That doesn't mean we shouldn't try. You will see how it felt for us ABC to face 1606 Pierce KK. Yo, Iron Dragonet, what's up, man? We spend far too much time farming resources on farm accounts. The fight 2 years ago, AC, it was much more fun. Apparently, almost all top Imperial KDs require you to have pilots for cake or be active 20 hours a day. Guys, one concern, you guys might be concerning something, okay? So let's say we have this. I think you guys might be concerning something like this. So 16 hours of game and 8 hours of downtime, right? So you guys might be thinking that okay, because now I'm restricted, I'm gonna fight less. Now I am restricted, I am going to have less fighting opportunity. You guys might be thinking that this is the case. Because this is restricted, I'm gonna have less fighting opportunity. But this is not the case. The volume of the fight is not going to decrease. You guys get the idea? The volume of the fight is not gonna get decreased. For example, let's say zone 5 fight, right? Let's say zone 5 fight is let's see, continues for 2 straight days. Let's say it's 4 straight days, okay? So let's say zone 5 fight is gonna continue for 4 straight days in today's meta, like the accounts being piloted. What happens is that if something like this happens, it's not like a restriction, right? Again, it's kind of like it's not I am getting restricted, right? I can play for 16 hours. But it's just preventing accounts running 24/7, right? So let's say now zone 5 fight is gonna continue for 4 straight days. After C5 is gonna continue for 6 days. The volume of the fighting is not gonna decrease because everybody equally like having some sort of downtime and uptime. If you fight for 24 hours, the fight is gonna end faster and you're gonna get drained much more faster, right? This means that the volume of fighting is still gonna be happening. It's just, it's increasing the time. The way I see players who are dedicated enough to play 20 to 30 hours should be rewarded, not debuffed, forced to log off. They should be rewarded by gaining territory and winning a war zone. Yo guys, I gotta go. I need to go. It's very abrupt, but I think I need to end my stream. But we had the majority of the discussion. We can continue having this discussion maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow during the egg event. But as for now, I need to go. I need to go. And again, you guys, no fighting here, okay? We are trying to find a solution for everybody. This solution is not gonna, you know, not everybody, like anything we do, right? Anything we do, it's not everybody is gonna agree 100%, okay? That's just the nature of human being. There is some people are gonna like and some people are gonna dislike. But this is just what I am trying to suggest you guys. This is, you know, we have a good intention, right? We have the correct intention. We're trying to solve a problem that is making people like, oh, okay, this is unfair and stuff like that, right? And I thought this was a good solution. It's you know, helping people just rest, take it easy, fight and everything. But we can continue having this discussion, man. Anyways, thank you guys so much. Oh, excuse me. Thank you guys so much for watching. We can discuss it later. I'm gonna send you guys over to Bot Impossible. Have a great day, you guys.